Y'all, random message, but I'm thinking back on this energy and I'm thinking back on it so distinct. I'm remembering it so distinctly, which is making me think that somebody may need to hear this to know that you're not alone in the situation. So there was a time that I used to talk to this guy, right? And for some reason, I really liked this guy, but this guy at the same time really liked his ex, right? So it was a situation where energy was being mirrored, right? The energy that he was mirroring to me, where he would like not text for so many hours or days and then come back whenever he felt like it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm all emotionally distraught and things like that. Like I was in a cycle of being okay with this person's energy and then they leave, and you know what I'm saying? Like I would get upset and things like that, and then they come back and it just be the same cycle over and over. But really, he was just imitating a cycle to me that he was actually going through with his ex, because he would be pining after his ex, but his ex wasn't giving him the time of day. So he was doing the same thing with, I guess, people that he was texting at the time, right? Because he wasn't getting the energy that he wanted, so he was treating everybody else the same way. So I used to really like this guy, I guess, but I had no idea like he was already seeing someone else until this person comes to me as a woman. You know how they do. But instead of coming to me more in a respectful manner, it was very ugly the way this girl approached me. And this is very significant. And this is very significant because when I heard about that girl and things like that, I was automatically disinterested. I already kind of was disinterested when I was seeing her like heart all of his stuff on Facebook. How you gonna tell? You know what I'm saying? Like, I already had like an inkling, but once she reached out to me, that was my okay to stop speaking to this person. I don't want to hear nothing else from it. I'm not really that interested, right? And this girl was really blowing up my phone, right? Because I guess she looked at his phone because they were sleeping together. And she saw me there, so she reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? And then that went along with she did this thing where she was texting me crazy and she pretended that it was the guy texting me. And how I know that she thought that I believed that she pulled that off well is because she was just like, oh, that was him. He had my phone. But in all caps, she was saying, when she was quote unquote yelling at me as him, she was saying, show me the rest of the messages. But what I sent her when we were having a cordial conversation got cut off there. But what I sent her when we were having a cordial conversation about my connection to the guy, I sent her all the messages already. And she thought there was more. So she thought that I had more tea to spill. So she decided to pretend to be him, quote unquote, grabbing her phone and blowing me up and telling me, oh, we don't have nothing going on and things like that. But I'm already knowing what he told me for real. So I'm knowing that, like, okay. At first she kind of had me, but then when she said, let me see the rest of those messages, and I was like, there are no more messages. I was like, okay, so she was just trying to get more information. So boom, that happened. I obviously cut the person off because I'm not attracted to people who are interested in multiple people. I'm just not, right? Okay. So fast forward a couple months later. You know what I'm saying? Actually, a couple of months ago, this girl reaches back out to me. For some reason, mind you, I had blocked him and I had blocked her. But sometimes, my spidey senses be tingling. So a couple of days before she reached out again, I felt the need to unblock her. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I don't have no explanation for that. Sometimes it happened how it happened and I'll be right on time with it. But she reached out within a couple of days, right? And she reaches out to me saying, hey, I hope things are well. So-and-so is in jail. I said, so-and-so's in jail? Well, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Turns out, like, this guy was very devious with his personality. He would... I guess this person was a sex addict, and it didn't really matter to him where he was receiving it. So he was getting at a lot of underage ladies. You know what I'm saying? And so he ended up in that sort of situation. Mind you, my connection with him was strictly online. I had never even met him in person. Thank you to the Most High for that one. Because, girl, like, sometimes I was not in my right mind. Okay, so yeah, turns out like that's the kind of thing he was on. And she tries to be all cordial and nice and things with me. I hope things are well with you. When really all I was doing was entertaining the conversation just so I could get more information. But it's like, I don't feel bad for her. You know? The fact that she was so ugly to me over a person like that let me know that she deserved it. You're the one like it. I didn't even care for the information. I'm just nosy as a person. I'm innately nosy, and that's something I really can't help. So if somebody comes to me with new information, 9 times out of 10, I'm opening my ear up. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear what's going on. But that person really, like, I feel like that's what happens when you're ugly like that for no reason. Because when this person, quote unquote, came to me as a woman, I was very respectful. And I was like, oh, have him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even met him in person. I'm not worried like that. If he wants you and he's right beside you, have him. Right? So why do you even feel the need to reach out if he's by you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You don't need to see me as a threat or nothing. Turns out that mofo nasty as heck. Like, something could be very significant about that, like how somebody could have fought you over somebody who not even shit. You know what I'm saying? That person was very, very ugly to me. And it's like, he not even shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing about it is, like, I didn't even take any of what she was telling me, like, about him and their relationship as a hit. But she went as far as to, like, I guess she stalked me, looked me up a lot, went to my profiles and stuff, and she knew I did readings. She started to try to come for my gift and talk about, oh, what I do is fake news and shit like that. I'm like, okay, bitch, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even get all like that. That's when I just decided to block her because, you know what I'm saying? You're not about to get me out of my character and affect my karma and my aura and my gift. You know what I'm saying? When I ain't do nothing to you but tell you to have that nasty nigga. Like, something could be so significant like that. People treating you a certain way behind a person, and then they find out that that person is a phony. That's very significant, and that's happened multiple times in my life with a lot of different kinds of people. People coming to me on behalf of somebody else. Whole time, somebody else ain't even shit like that. Like, they ain't even hitting on nothing. All right, is there any cards to go with anybody else feeling the same energy? I felt the need to bring it up in case somebody else is relating to it. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if y'all have any tea or something similar like that has happened to you. Like, that was a wild experience for me because I didn't even like him like that. Like, I was just obsessed for a while. You know? I can't even say he was cute and feel like telling the truth all the way. I don't know why I was obsessed with him. Like, I don't know, bro. We got the Queen of Cups or the Mother of Cups sideways here, letting me know, like, there's a very unstable energy in the midst. And it's like somebody could have spoke on you not even knowing how hard you work with the Moon and the Son of Pentacles. Just because some things look like one way. And mind you, this was months and months ago. So obviously my channel was newer. Okay, I didn't have the most followers in the world. But it's like I was working hard. And that person didn't know how hard I was working before they came to speak on me behind another person. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I hate when people do that because that's so ugly. And you're getting karma for that. You know what I'm saying? I wish you would not do that so you wouldn't have to get karma. But you can't control people's actions. If they want to treat you a certain way, let them treat you a certain way. God gonna handle that. Anything else for anybody else feeling that same energy? This person don't know how hard you work, baby. And they don't know what you know, especially if you're a reader. Because it's like, ooh, it scratched something in me. And that's when I just went ahead and blocked that person. Just went ahead and blocked them. Because I was like, there's not even no need for me to say anything ugly to someone who doesn't understand. And that's a lot of times people don't understand why I don't argue with bigots. Like, if you're not going to understand, why am I going to explain this to you? If you don't know that a collective message means take what resonate and leave what don't, and you want to leave me a long, lengthy paragraph about how I'm wrong in the comments, I'm going to tell you to look at yourself in the mirror, baby, because look how you look. You know what I'm saying? And what do I look like explaining something to somebody whose objective is to misunderstand? Okay, some of y'all need to take that with you.